So, good morning to all of you. Today we are going to discuss the next chapter, that is natural vegetation and wildlife. Hmm. And in last chapter we discussed about mainly the water and the percentage and the different uh, ways of distribution of water on the earth, uh, in which we discussed about the uh, rain cycle, water cycle, also the distribution of water bodies in oceans, ice caps, groundwater, freshwater lakes, islands, salt lakes, atmosphere, and rivers. Hmm. We also discussed about the ocean circulation and waves, and also we discussed about tsunami, the impact of tsunami, tides, the reason of the tides, spring tides, nip tides, and ocean current. We also discussed about cold and hot ocean currents. So today we are going to discuss the sixth chapter, that is natural vegetation and the wildlife. Hmm. So let's get start this. Hmm. Shalima was excited about the summer camp she was attending. She had gone to visit Manali in Himachal Pradesh along with her classmate. She recalled how surprised she was to see the changes in the landform and natural vegetation as the bus climbed higher and higher. The deep jungles of the foothills comprising shale and teak slowly disappeared. She could see tall trees with thin painted leaves and cone-shaped canopies on the mountain slopes. She learned that those were configures uh, coniferous trees. She noticed blossom of the bright, bright flowers on tall trees. These were the tho- Rhododendrons from Manali, and as she was traveling up the Rohtang pass, she saw the land was covered with the short grass and snow in some places. From Shalima's observation, we surmised that there is a close relationship between height of the land and the character of vegetations. With the changes in height, the climate changes, and that changes natural vegetation. The growth of the vegetation depends on temperature and moisture. It also depends on factors like slope and thickness of soil. The type and thickness of the natural vegetation varies from place to place because of the variation in these factors. Natural vegetation is generally classified in three broader categories as follow. First is forest, second is grassland and scrubs. Forest, which grows where temperature and rainfall are plentiful, supports a tree cover. Depending upon these factors, dense and open forest are grown. Hmm. Let's do. Now you can tell why Salima saw changes in the natural vegetation as she climbed higher and higher. What type of vegetation did she see in the Himalayas, starting with the foothill and going to the higher altitudes? Let us do. Like Shalima, when you go to visit any new place, Notice the type of natural vegetation occurring there and try to think of factors responsible for growth of the such vegetation in that habitat. Note down if any human interference has taken place in that area in terms of deforestation, grazing, cultivation of the cash crops, construction activities, etc. Second landform, grasslands, which grows in the region of moderate rain, scrubs, thorny scrubs, and scrubs grown in dry region. Solima was sharing her experience of Himalayan trip with her father. Her father visited various places in the world. He told Salima about his observation of the variety of the vegetation in different parts of the different continents. He mentioned about coniferous forest in the subpolar region, thorny bushes in the desert, think tropical hardwood forest in the humid region, and many more. Salima released the Himalayas have almost all variety of the vegetation, which one can see while moving from the equator to the polar region. The changes in the type of natural vegetation occurs mainly because of the changes in the climate condition. Let us get to know the different type of natural vegetation of the world, which their characteristic feature and the wildlife inhabiting there. Do you know the tropical evergreen forest in Brazil is enormous that it is like the lungs of the earth? Can you tell why? Now you have to why? Because we know that the world's biggest jungle is in the Brazil, that is Amazon, and it is very dense, and it is uh, it covers almost a huge region of the that continent, mainly South America. So we call it as a lungs of the earth. Forest, tropical evergreen forest. These forests are also called tropical rainforest. These these thick forest occurs in the region near the equator and close to the tropics. These regions are hot and receive heavily rainfall throughout the year. As there is no particular dry season, the trees do not shed their leaves all together. This is the reason they are called evergreen. The thick canop- canopies of the closely shaped trees do not allow the sunlight to penetrate inside the forest even in the daytime. Hardwood trees like rosewood, ebony, mahogany are common here. Uh, do you know anaconda, one of the world's largest snakes in the forest, is found in the tropical rainforest. It can kill uh, and eat a large animal such as crocodile. Now, tropical deciduous forests. The tropical deciduous are monsoon forest found in a large part of India, northern Australia, and in the Central America. These regions experience seasonal changes. Trees shed their leaves in the dry season to convert, conserve water. The hardwood trees found in this forest are sal, thick neem and sesame. Hardwood trees are extremely useful for making furniture, transport, and construction material. Tigers, lions, elephants, langurs, and monkeys are the common animals of this region. Temperate evergreen forest. The temperate evergreen forests are located in the mid latitudinal coastal region. They are commonly found along the eastern margin of the continents. In the southeastern USA, South China, and the southeast Brazil, they com- comprise both hard and the soft wood trees like oak, pine, EQ, Eucalyptus, etc. Temperature deciduous forest. As we go towards higher latitudes, there are more temperature decides forests. These are found in the northeastern part of USA, China, New Zealand, and Chile, and also found in the coastal region of the Western Europe. They shed their leaves in the dry season. The common trees are oak, ash, beech, etc. Deer, fox, wolves are the animals commonly found. Birds like pheasants, moonals are also found here. Pheasant, what is this? A moonal. Mediterranean vegetation. You have learned that most of the east and west east marines of the continents are covered by temperature evergreen deciduous trees. The western and the southwestern marine of the continents are different. They have Mediterranean vegetation. It is mostly found in the area around the Mediterranean Sea in Europe, Africa, and Asia. Hence, the name. This kind of vegetation is also found outside the actual Mediterranean region in the California in the USA, southwestern Africa, and southwestern South America, and southwestern Australia. These regions are marked for hot dry summers and mild rainy winters. Citrus fruits such as orange, figs, olives, and the grapes are commonly cultivated here because people have removed the natural vegetation in order to cultivate what they want to. There isn't much wildlife here. Now, do you know Mediterranean trees adapt themselves to dry summers with the help of their thick barks and wax coated leaves which help them reduce transpiration. Mediterranean region are known as orchards of the world for their fruit cultivation. Look around in your surrounding and find out the articles made of hardwood and softwood. Find out and learn the names of few trees of your locality. Coniferous forest. In the higher latitudes of 50 to 17 degree of the northern hemisphere, and the spectacular coniferous forests are found. These are also called taiga. These forests are also seen in the higher altitudes. These are the trees which Shalima found in Himalayas in abundance. They are tall, softwood evergreen trees. The woods of these trees are very useful for making pulp, which is used for manufacturing paper and newsprint. Matchbox and the packing box are also made from the softwood. Cheer, pine, cedra are the important variant of trees in this forest. Silver fox, mink, polar bear are the common animal found here. Do you know Tiga? Tiga means the pure or the untouched in the Russian language. Tiga, Tiga. Tiga is a very important word, untouched. Asprissa. It was that has a great meaning in itself. Now we have to discuss about the grassland. So first is tropical grasslands. These occur on either side of the equator and extend till the tropics. These vegetations grown in the area of the moderate to low amount of rainfall. The grass can grow very tall, about 3 to 4 meters in highest savanna grassland. We are the origin of this grassland savanna of Africa are of this type. Elephants, zebras, giraffes, deer, leopards are common in tropical grasslands. Temperate grassland. These are found in the mid latitudinal zone and in the interior part of the continents. Usually, grass here is a short and nutritious. Wild buffaloes, bisons, antelopes are common in the temperate region. Thorny bushes. These are found in the dry desert like region. Tropical desert are located on the western margin of the continent. The vegetation covered in the scarce here because of scanty rain and scorching heat. Identifying the desert region in the world map. Can you name the great desert of India, Thar? Name of some common animals of the desert which you have learned earlier. Lizard, camel, and different other insects. If you reach the polar region, you will find the place extremely cold. The growth of natural vegetation is very limited here. Only mosses, lichens, and very small shrubs are found here. It grows during the very short summer. This is called tundra type of vegetation. This vegetation is found in the polar region of the Europe, Asia and the Northern America. The animals have thick fur and thick skin to protect themselves from the cold climate conditional. Seas, walrus, musk oxen, Arctic wolf, polar bear and the snow fox are some of the animals found here. Shalima's father showed her some photographs of the thick forest. In some of the photographs, Shalima observed that the people were cutting trees and cleaning the forest. Her father explained that the local people wanted their land for agricultural and settlement, so they cleared up the forest. Shalima started wondering if all forests are cleared, then where will the wildlife go? Will the forest take its original shape again? If the people go on cutting the trees like this, will there be enough oxygen, water vapors, timber, fruit, fruits, nuts, and